Now let's send it up to the booth for the voice of the Royals, Jimmy Cook.
And a pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to Roncalli Royals Lacrosse on the Roncalli Media Network. Your 3-5 Roncalli Royals take center stage on Bob Tully Field as they host the Columbus North Bulldogs. Hi again, everybody, alongside Mark Alstott. I am Jimmy Cook, so pleased you've chosen to spend part of your Tuesday night with us here on the Roncalli Media Network. And Mark, as I bring you into the fray, the Royals looking to string together back-to-back wins after snapping a 2-game losing streak, courtesy of a 10-8 victory over Franklin Community on the road just last night.
And they are looking good tonight. We're hoping that they can continue that good luck, and here we are on the draw. Maybe.
Opening draw set to get underway. As we await it, and
looks like
will be taken and controlled by Columbus North right out of the gate. There's Riley Bozeman, the senior midfielder. As they move it ahead upfield into Roncalli's zone.
Grab ball picked up, looked like
Emma Butterworth, the freshman there, yep.
Yep.
You talk about the way these games have gone for Roncalli. Last home outing, not the recipe they were hoping for. Shut out by Heritage Christian, give up a 20 spot on the other side, but then to turn around and respond the way that they did with that win over Franklin Community shows the good building blocks that are being worked towards the girls' side here for the Royals.
It does. And it was against a great team with Heritage Christian. They are ranked in the state. I unfortunately do not have those numbers.
That makes two of us as there's a shot on goal. That'll stay on this end with Columbus North. On the chase there was Jaden Cross, the senior.
Coming around X.
Pass over on the far side. Or near side, I beg your pardon, to Casey Kelly. Royals still seeking to gain their first possession of this ball game. There goes Riley Bozeman through traffic, trying to find an angle for a shot, and she scores. First blood drawn by Columbus North.
What a great shot. She ran up into the crease.
Snuck that past Addison Marsh coming in, the sophomore with a 55% save percentage. And the Royals look to regroup here in the early goings. Face off right there at midfield. Make that opening, or the draw, I beg your pardon.
It's
right
close.
at midfield. We're tomato at this point. Pot up in the air and taken once again by Columbus North. The Bulldogs look ahead. Riley Bozeman. There's that on the far right side of the field. Giving chase that time was the Royals, and they'll get their first real look on offense of the evening. Go back to that Franklin Community matchup. Not only was it an impressive performance for Roncalli, the chase is on for that and scooped up successfully by the Bulldogs, but it was against a sectional opponent. Anytime you're able to see those type of strides, never who you're going to draw, but whenever you have a future opponent with postseason dates potentially attached to it, it's good to have it as a measuring stick game for where you're at as a club.
Absolutely, and when you get to look at it, if you get to review the tapes, it shows you those weaknesses and strengths that you have against that opponent.
Avery Stoltz with the senior for the Bulldogs. I mentioned Addison Marsh with the 55% save rate for the season, 67% in that game.
Looks like a shove.
Be called against Roncalli. Set up an opportunity here for Liberty Jones. Jones measures, fires, and it's wide of the mark, but it'll stay with Columbus North.
Just a bit off mark on that one.
Like she tried to go find the lower left portion of the net. Good read in general, though, by Marsh. Jones still with it. Very important for the Royals in general, and you've seen it over the course of the season, not to kind of get lulled into complacency on the defensive end.
Yes. That will happen too if you're moving as the Bulldogs are right now, and then they stop. The girls they don't think it's going to come around, and it does.
Jones over their far side. Have an opportunity now for Jones after that whistle. Moving around the backside. Tosses it over to Jaden Cross.
Back around X. Coming up the right alley.
Cross throws into traffic. And it's scooped away and taken by the Royals. Pass up ahead. Just past midfield. Able to find, I believe that's Sissel. Allie Sissel through traffic, lost it initially. And correction, that'll be Stephanie Gutierrez, my apologies. But I believe it'll stay with Roncalli.
I believe it does.
An opportunity here for Gutierrez. Trying to even us at 1. 5 minutes gone by here in this opening half. Gutierrez measures. That's partially deflected and into the net of Dana Butterworth, the freshman goalie. Quickly up ahead comes Columbus North. They're past midfield now.
That was a good save head on.
Take it for the freshman. Showing her abilities there. That pass is over the head of Avery Stoltz, the senior midfielder. They'll regroup right here on the top. Controlling is Jones. Nice fake out there initially. Fires and scores.
Right in underneath.
The senior on the board, and it's 2-0 Bulldogs.
And you just don't like to see that. It's a hard one to defend when they go down low like that. They don't have the pads like hockey does, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I have seen.
Particularly when you talk about the playoffs, you talk about
Exactly.
just the amount of space the pad's able to take up in the net. Don't have that luxury here.
No.
Basically an extra limb.
That is true. I have seen them sacrifice. The girls will, they're not padded like the boys, and they will make some of those moves to defend goal. And it's just, you see it hit, and it's, that ball coming at them 60 miles an hour is not a fun thing.
Well, correction on that. You'll wave that goal off and keep it 1-0. From our vantage point of where we're at, the officials weren't able to make out what the call was, but it'll remain 1-0 here at Bob Tully Field, and now Roncalli in attacking position. Hesitate and bring it back out with a collision of their own. Fought for by a number of Royals. Scooped up and taken successfully by Anna Rosario. Rosario through traffic, adjusts. Her shot is, I believe, saved. Let's wait for the official on the call. Instead it'll be called, I believe, against the Bulldogs of Columbus North. And give Rosario an opportunity. Sorry, right in between the 10 and the 20 there on your screen.
Looked like that might have been a check to hold.
The officials wanting better position established there for Roncalli on the backside. Rosario fires and scores. Roncalli evens it up at a goal apiece. And a Rosario.
Great shot going right in.
Her 6th goal of the season.
Nice.
And brings us level at 1 apiece with just under 18 minutes to play in this first half. Make it back-to-back matches now for Rosario with a goal scored. Drop is won by the Bulldogs. 3 for 3 in that department for those keeping track at home as Stoltz comes up ahead. Trying to navigate through Royals traffic. Gives it to Katie Ellis, I believe, on the backside. Ellis.
To Kelly.
Toss to Casey Kelly.
Who had just posted a great pick. Oh!
She's tripped up a bit.
Hip check.
By Rosario. Hits the deck. Everybody's okay. It'll be an opportunity now for Casey Kelly to potentially give the Bulldogs back the lead. Marsh obviously has other plans in mind. Kelly through traffic, able to find Bozeman, and that's off the mark. Looks like the Bulldogs are first to it on the chase, so it'll stay with Columbus North.
That shot on goal was just outside.
I give credit to the Royals in terms of just putting enough bodies there to make that a difficult shot.
Yes. Oh, and we've got another whistle.
That one I believe will go against the Royals. Indeed it will. Baseman again. Measures this time from the other side.
Shoots it, and
shot gets by Marsh. Took a bounce and then went right behind her. And it's 2-1 Bulldogs. It's a tough ask there for Marsh with the angle taken on that shot.
Bounce, yeah. Those are some of the harder shots to defend. Because with the turf, that ball might bounce left or right.
Don't know what kind of ricochet it's going to take.
Yep.
Give credit to the Bulldogs and to Bozeman. A just high-powered shot there. Knew exactly where she wanted to go with it. There's the drop right at midfield. It's taken once again by the Bulldogs. Fourth one they've captured in the early goings. Trying to add to their lead. Royals trying to regain possession. Get a counterattack of their own. Here's Jones. Well cut off and well defended there by Hannah Morgan. Now Cross on the near side. Looking for a little bit more movement. In trouble with that great defense in that area. Ball's up for grabs. Scooped and tossed up into the air. Just absolutely hounding defense there by Hannah Morgan. Stoltz trying to find an opening. Looking for a redirection opportunity. Shot is good.
Just at the top of the crease. Saw that opportunity and got it in.
And it's 3-1 Bulldogs with 15:23 to play here in this first half. For the Royals, getting back into this ball game, you would think just for your baby steps aspect of it is to win one of these drops at midfield.
Yes.
Have yet to be on the winning side. Bulldogs have set the tone and set the pace on their offensive attack throughout.
And if they can get it over so the attack and middies can at least give a little rest to the defense.
That one's up and playable for Roncalli, and this one is still captured by the Bulldogs. Pass ahead, deflected. And it'll be a chase on belonging to Roncalli. So Royals, their first glimmer of scoring opportunity in about 5 minutes. We'll give it to Marsh. We'll fling that ahead. Initially misjudged there by Gutierrez, but able to gain control of it. Poked away. Taken by Bozeman. Here come the Bulldogs, trying to add to this 3-1 advantage. Dancing through, turning, contorting her body. Shot is saved by Marsh.
What a great save. She saw it coming in and got that stick in the right spot.
Trying to scoop that up is Hannah Morgan and get out of trouble, and she does. At least on the scoop portion. The trouble's still there. Thrown ahead and will go back to Columbus North as it rolled out of play. You mentioned the fatigue on the defensive end, asking a lot of this Royals defense.
Yes.
Through this halfway point of the first half nearly. We have a check potentially on Roncalli. Officials once again involved there. And they'll lead to Riley Bozeman looking for her second goal of the match. Marsh stands ready to defend. Bozeman adjusts, missed it. Hit the woodwork, I think.
I think you're right. Went off one of the. It didn't sound like a pole, but it may have been Marsh getting the block on that.
It could have been her foot. Could have been, I suppose, the edge of the stick.
Could have. You didn't hear that distinctive.
You're right.
Ping coming off the net.
With it is Stoltz. Defended well by the Royals. Bulldogs looking for a bit more movement. On that far side, it's misjudged initially by Butterworth.
Picks it up, gets that.
Gets it back to Stoltz. A little hezzy. Nearly lost it, did, and then got it back. Short little push pass to Cross. Cross right there to Bozeman. Bozeman turning on the Jets a bit. Fires and scores. Went low right that time. Past the outstretched stick of Marsh, and it's 4-1 Bulldogs.
And defense just crossing it absolutely the wrong time.
Yep. It's ready to get downhill, and Roncalli just slightly out of position. Of the unofficial 6 or 7 shots on goal for the Bulldogs, 4 have found the back of the net. Well, again, I think it starts simple at this point, Mark. You're just looking to be able to get an offensive opportunity.
Yes.
Few and far between so far for the Royals.
And it comes down, like you said, to these drops. Getting it when it comes out, coming down and trying to get something going on that offensive side.
Recapturing that momentum and getting yourself downhill. I believe they'll try that again. Didn't quite get up enough over the heads. I think there's a sport in terms of your duties as an official where you're more worried about your hands. Is hockey up there for you?
Oh, yes. I mean, I'm worried about everything in hockey. But as far as when it comes, especially to women's lacrosse, getting that ball set to do that drop, it's because with the men's, it's set down on the field and they do the face-off. It's completely different. And the women's, get that hand out of the way real quick.
Yep. Basketball and football probably have it easiest in terms of just location of what you're needing to do.
Absolutely. What did we get the call on here? Another check maybe? Out of position, I think.
I think you're right as well. Dancing through is Jones, and she scores. 5-1 Bulldogs.
Just caught him off guard. When they start up and Liberty Jones came running in just right at the top of the crease, right in. I hate to see that.
It looks like, again, whether you want to contribute to the fatigue or just maybe caught off guard, almost look like the Royals weren't ready for Jones to go full tilt after the whistle.
And it's probably a bit of both. It might be a little more to just unexpectedness, but the fatigue is starting to play in, I think. We're looking at
It's barely past halfway
of
this first half. 11:54 to go. And that's another drop taken by the Bulldogs.
Riley Bozeman, she is good for that.
Up ahead. Long strides this time, Casey Kelly. A correction, make that Avery Stoltz, I beg your pardon. Stoltz still with it. Drawing 2 Royal defenders that time as it was Olivia Bodrick in pursuit among a few other Royals. Bozeman passes it ahead. Ball up for grabs now.
Ball.
Lost that. Yep. Did Butterworth. Controlling with it is Jones. Jones contorting her body, and it's blocked by Marsh.
Save.
Second save unofficially for Marsh. They go towards the backside now with Stoltz. Looking for a shot angle. Cannot find one. Good defense there by the Royals.
Keeping those openings closed down.
Not getting fooled by any of the misdirection. Outside of a couple instances when it's been isolation. Now the officials will step in. Once again, it'll be an opportunity this time. Jones taking it. Marsh awaits. Jones measures, and it's saved by Marsh. Oh, blocked, I should say. Got it back to Jones. She's going to try to get a shot off. She does, but it goes wide of the mark. And giving chase is Lydia Putney, so it'll stay with the Bulldogs. But good defensive stand there by Marsh.
Absolutely wonderful. She was right there. She saw it coming, got her stick up in the way, couldn't catch it. And unfortunately, Columbus then kept control.
Butterworth lost it near side and scooped it right back up, looking for some help. And we'll flip it up to Casey Kelly. Kelly, pass right in front of the net. Navigating is Stoltz. Her shot's off the mark. It's going to be a chase, and Marsh is first to it. It'll belong to Roncalli. Good effort there despite the fatigue all around by the Roncalli defense, and able to win back possession at that, hoping to get something going here with under 10 to play in this first half.
And it looks like we're going to run it out.
That's full speed ahead there for Anna Rosario. Passes midfield and throws it ahead.
Over. Columbus trying to catch a ground ball.
Unable to get the timing down there was Benson.
Oh.
Bulldogs could not, as Mark alluded to there, scoop it up off the ground. So it'll be Carolyn Benson. Ready to adjust and throws ahead.
Here's an alley.
Backside of the net. Pass right in front of the net is scooped and taken by the Bulldogs. But I believe we might have a call against Columbus North here. Will indeed. And we'll set up Allie Sissel. Team's leading goal scorer. Measuring up against Butterworth. Bulldogs lead at 5-1, 8:22 to play in this first half. Shot, it's good. And the Royals back on the board. It's 5-2. Allie Sissel, her 14th goal on the season.
What a great wind-up. And when she launched it, it went low. And the goalie just missed it. That's Dana Butterworth.
Freshman in the limited opportunities she's had in terms of defensive opportunities tonight. Made good on one of them, and the other 2 times Roncalli able to sneak past for goals.
Yes. Wonderful look, though.
Kind of where your bread is buttered, though. Rosario and Sissel, the 2 goal scorers for Roncalli, the 2 leading goal scorers on the team coming in. There's the drop. Roncalli trying to string together a win out of this. Going to be a tough play to run after it.
Roncalli gains possession.
It's a good sign for the Royals. Rosario. Put on the juke move there, attempted to anyway. I'll say your path was impeded. So she'll head up and thought about turning on the Jets. Instead passes ahead. Looking through is Sissel, and she scores.
Too quick inside of a minute.
And puts the Royals right back in it with 7:55 to play in this first half. Goal number 2 for Sissel, her 15th of the season. And Roncalli has cut it to a 2-point margin. It's 5-3.
What a wonderful look that was.
Well, a timeout, I believe, taken by Columbus North, and we'll take one as well on the Roncalli Media Network.
Hi folks, it's Ben Stallings with Beck Service Center. Automotive breakdowns and routine maintenance never come at a good time. Let us help take the stress out of your automotive repairs. With 10 mechanics and 32 bays, we can get you back up and running with minimal downtime. Quality parts, experienced mechanics, locally owned and operated since 1977. Located at the southeast corner of Madison and Edgewood, we are pretty darn good at fixing cars. Let's go Royals.
Meet Zach. Zach rides everywhere, day and night, rain or shine. At Indiana Members Credit Union, we know Zach. We know he's been saving up for a car. We're here to help Zach and you. Now get pre-approved for auto financing as low as 3.99% APR. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters. Rates subject to credit approval and valid on purchase of 2020 or newer vehicles. Learn more at imcu.com.
Welcome back to Roncalli High School. They're at Bob Tully Field. Alongside Mark Allstat, I'm Jimmy Cook. Royals found themselves in a 5-1 hole just a few moments ago, but in the span of about 2 minutes, Allie Sissel back-to-back goals for Roncalli, goals 14 and 15 for her on the season. And just like that, Mark, they're right back in it with 7:55 to play in this first half.
They are, and it's made Columbus take note of that because they called that timeout as soon as that goal was scored. They knew that they needed to change the momentum again.
How much of this swing by Roncalli has not just been Sissel, but first off, we mentioned winning those drops initially and then finding themselves opportunities to get rolling downhill and push the pace against the Bulldogs?
That's the biggest part of it because that's giving your defense a chance to rest up a little bit. Your middies are always running up and down, but the attack, they've been ready for this. They've been wanting that ball out here, and they want to get it. They want to put it in the net. They want to make it look good, too. That's the best part.
Sure. Well, you'd enjoy a couple more of those before halftime. Roncalli, as we mentioned, still in a 2-goal hole. Goals by Allie Sissel, 2 of them, as we mentioned. And Anna Rosario, the first goal of the match for Roncalli, brought us even at 1. It was the last time that things were tied. It's the Royals on their quest for win number 4 on the season. Drop out of the timeout is taken, bounces right to the Bulldogs favorably. Here's Riley Bozeman. We've seen this for most of the first half. Passes ahead. Liberty Jones. We got a whistle from the far side official.
It was out of position.
That'll lead to another shot opportunity for Jones. Marshall waits it with 7:31 to play in this first half, and she throws it right by her for the goal.
Right underneath.
Went lower left quadrant that time. Second goal unofficially for Jones, and it's 6-3. Guess the timeout worked for Coach Weisman and company.
Looks like Marcia's discussing with the defenders what we can do better.
Give credit to the sophomore for taking that leadership role as you'd ask for any goalie. We've seen that a number of times tonight, gathering the defenders up after they've given up some valuable goals. Drop this time once again, nearly the same result. Tried to scoop it quick, did Bozeman, could not get it. But they'll call that against Roncalli. And up ahead to Jones. Bozeman to Jones, how they scored the last one. It's how they score this one.
Mercy.
7-3. Back-to-back for Jones.
We're not ready for that. That ball came up and was just moved right down the field.
Not a lot of misdirection on either of those. Point A to point B, basically in a straight line from Bozeman to Jones.
It was, and I just watched this like, oh, girls. Sorry. That you got to give Columbus credit though there, because they watching each other and they're making sure that they're getting those clean passes in.
Executed in near perfection by the Bulldogs. to put them back in front by 4. A little 2-0 goal-scoring run for them. Drop right at midfield. This one high up in the air and will bounce into the basket of Jones. Jones hits the brakes. Now Bozeman. She'll hit the Jets. Pass ahead to Kelly. Kelly, little adjustment, a fake out. A shot is wide, and let's see where that'll stay. Or will it go to Roncalli? No, it will.
Columbus kept it.
Columbus North keeping it, and a shot on goal is scored by the Bulldogs. 3 goals inside of 90 seconds, and it's 8-3.
And just like that, the momentum changes. But I never heard the whistle. Did you? No. Okay.
I didn't either. Oh.
That's okay. I'm again. The ball was in play before I even noticed it. I was still looking for somebody to pick it up, and it was already out in front of the crease. I was like, oh, okay.
I think that might have happened as well to Roncalli, at least from a defensive standpoint.
I think so, too. It happens. It's not a game for a blind man.
Just got to put on the descriptive closed captions.
Yes, exactly.
Take you there. Though with us on the call, I don't know how descriptive and helpful those captions will be. Up ahead, Bozeman. We'll get a call, I believe, against the Royals. This is where the momentum's been stopped dead in the tracks. A couple of calls against Roncalli.
It's that improper check, improper.
Bozeman measures. A couple hesitations before the whistle comes. Shoots, blocked by Marsh.
What a great stop by Marsh.
Makes the save, and now she's going to run in space. Marsh trying to shift the momentum a bit. And she does with the pass up ahead to Liz Roller. Roller lost it, though. Didn't realize she lost it. And it's scooped up and popped into the air. Up for grabs now on the ground. Multiple Bulldogs and Royals fighting for it. Liberty Jones first to it. Jones to Lena Tuttle.
Free ball. Oh.
She misplayed it. And Anna Rosario now has it. Trying to navigate through traffic. Pass ahead. Collected successfully by Timberlake. But she lost it on her run as she tried to cross midfield. It's on the deck now, up for grabs. Roncalli thought they had it. It looked like that kind of an aggressive swat there that might have made contact with the forearm of Roncalli. So they will have possession here. Just outside of midfield, pass ahead is misplayed by Benson. Scooped up, though, by the Royals. But an errant pass. Rosario trying to give chase. Instead, Morales scoops it up. And just a frenetic, all of a sudden, lack of awareness for possession by both teams.
Absolutely. It was like, who's on first?
Exactly.
Looks like Columbus coming back.
Jones has it. Hesitates. Goes right under a defender and scores.
Wow.
Liberty Jones, 4th goal unofficially in this first half, and it's 9-3 Bulldogs.
And it was not a fast shot. It was just accurate, and it just went right in between Marsh's legs.
Very graceful navigating through the traffic. And Roncalli looking for answers with 4:37 to play in this first half and a 6-point hole. 4 straight scored for the Bulldogs. Gonna start small with it again, just try to win a drop and get momentum. That'll go in towards Roncalli's territory. Scoop would not work. But now they're able to take it and push ahead. Here come the Royals. Past midfield. And that'll go against Columbus North. Pushing ahead is Piercing. Micaiah lost it, though. And now it's a sprint the other way. Here's Avery Stoltz. Going coast to coast with it, essentially. They'll call that, I believe, against Roncalli. Stoltz was trying to navigate through traffic. An opportunity on the far side to add to this Bulldog lead. Inside of 4 minutes to play first half. 9-3 Columbus North. Shot is saved by Marsh. And passed up ahead, but unable to scoop that on the far side. Roncalli still letting it play on the ground. And it's won by Liberty Jones, who seems to be everywhere for the Bulldogs. Jones pass ahead. Good catch by Bozeman. 3 Royal defenders around her. She'll give to Cross, far side.
Oh.
And Tuttle misplayed that.
Saved it, though. Oh, nope.
And it's lost out of bounds. Roncalli will take that, give them a second to catch their breath. It's Hannah Morgan, the senior, I believe. Far side. Looking to get out of that far corner. Lost it. And that's won by Greta Rowland.
Columbus very aggressive on that inbounds.
Not giving an inch.
Right.
No space whatsoever. Cross. Running with it. Royals just trying to force a miscue. Nearly a bobble there. Canman Timberlake applying the pressure.
Bozeman dropped it again. And I think it was, okay.
Called it against Roncalli and give an opportunity here to Bozeman. Bozeman running up, looking for help. Able to find Jones. She lost it. Up for grabs. 3 Royals there. They scoop it ahead. It's mishandled. And then run at by Sissel. Here come the Royals. First real offensive opportunity in about 4 minutes. That's Roller. Gives to Sissel. Through traffic. Sissel adjusts and scores. Right. Allie Sissel, the recipe for success.
Butterworth had no stop for that. Allie.
Her 3rd goal of this match. Giving Roncalli a pulse with 1:39 to play in this first half. And now trail by 5, 9-4. Goal number 16 on the season for the junior Allie Sissel.
It looked like she was going to shoot it further out, and I think that may have tripped Butterworth up. She took it in right to the top of the crease and made the goal.
Savvy play there by the upperclassmen.
Absolutely.
If you're on Collie, you don't want to get greedy, but you'd love to string them together back-to-back like you did earlier before halftime.
Yep.
The drop is won, though, by Bozeman. Bozeman, defender on her hip, lost it, and that'll go against Roncalli. 1:23 to play in this first half. It's an advantage of 5 for the Bulldogs. Columbus North, it appears at the moment, really in no hurry.
Run that time off. Keep that. Oh, we got a bobble.
Nearly lost it. Kelly able to get it back. Adjusting. Now trying to hit the Jets. Throws far side, but misplayed by Cross. Now gets it back inside of 50 seconds to play in this first half. Royals looking for something to shift the tide, shift the momentum heading into halftime. Jones in trouble. And it'll go against Roncalli.
A little too aggressive with the stick.
Yep, we'll give that against Morgan. So with 28 seconds and a 5-goal advantage for the Bulldogs, they'll operate with it. Measuring from the near side.
And we're a player down.
Kelly gives it right back to Jones. Jones trying to sneak around. It's cut off. Well defended by Roncalli with 15 seconds. Jones' shot is off the mark, adjusted there by Marsh. Run for it belongs to Roncalli. Final 10 seconds of this half. Marsh runs up ahead, and the Royals will be content to go to the halftime break with a 5-goal deficit. But looking for positive notes when it was there for Roncalli. Straw that very much stirs the drink. Ali Sissel, three. Well, that'd be something special. 3 goals to her credit of the 4 for Roncalli, and the other one, of course, second leading goal scorer on the team, Anna Rosario. Like we mentioned, knotted us up at 1, but since that gap appeared to be closed very briefly by Roncalli, we mentioned the timeout called by Columbus North. They really regained command of this match. Royals showing that they're not going away quietly.
They are not, and it looks like if they can catch that momentum. You saw what Ali Sissel did when she got that ball down into the box on top of the crease. Butterworth can't stop her from getting it in, and that's what you want to see. The middies and attack have got to get that ball down to Ali, get it into Anna, and I think we'll show that. Hopefully we can close that gap sooner rather than later.
And if you're hoping to see it tonight, you're going to need to regroup and refresh at the halftime break and hopefully be hitting the ground running like you had mentioned earlier with an opening to the half drop win. It'd be nice for Roncalli to kind of dictate tempo and dictate pace for how the proceedings will happen in half number 2. At the intermission, the Columbus North Bulldogs lead your Roncalli Royals 9-4. Royals seeking their 4th win of the season. We're going to step out for about 3 minutes and be right back with the start of the second half on the Roncalli Media Network.
A proud supporter of Roncalli High School, Indy Teledata provides IT solutions for businesses and organizations in Central Indiana. For over 10 years, Steve Battiato and his team of professionals have provided comprehensive computing support, business telephone solutions, network infrastructure, and productivity suite integration. For a free evaluation of your technology needs, give Steve and his team a call at 317-231-5547 or visit us at indyteledata.com.
Sports fans, it's Mark Maloney with JC Bank. Whether tailgating or listening to the game at home, JC Bank invites you to BYOB. Be your own branch. Got a laptop with Wi-Fi or a smartphone? Well, BYOB 24/7 with JC Bank's online and mobile banking options. Hey, you can even apply for a mortgage online with JC Bank. And remember, we're happy to serve you at one of our local JC Bank offices too. And we'll be opening soon in Greenwood. Get in the game at jcbank.com/BYOB. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Harding Porman is a full-service printing and brand communications company. From creative services and strategy to print, signage, digital output, warehousing and fulfillment, mailing, e-commerce storefronts, and even mobile solutions. They are dedicating to helping their clients get the most out of their brand communication efforts with the quality they can see and results they can be sure of. Get the most out of your brand communications. Certified to be the best, Harding Porman.
Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
Never lose your drive to deliver. Today's logistics marketplace is an ever-changing landscape where you can make your mark through dedication and passion. At Spot, these characteristics, along with drive and teamwork, form the basis for a rewarding, fast-paced career. Take it from our Roncalli co-founder and our dynamic group of Royals alumni. They've never lost the entrepreneurial spirit that provides the foundation for our continued success. There's never been a time like this, and there has never been a partner like Spot. We're relentless, we are experts, we are accomplished, and like you, we will never lose our drive to deliver. Come find your spot at spotinc.com/careers. Go Royals!
Providing comfort for families in their time of need is the main concern of the staff at Lauk Veldoff Funeral Home. We are a small family-owned firm and take great pride in the personal service we offer and the family-like atmosphere at our facility. At Lauk Veldoff, we only serve one family at a time, providing compassionate care and affordable options. Truly part of your community. Lauk and Veldoff Funeral and Cremation Services. Call 317-636-6655.
Alongside Mark Allstat, I'm Jimmy Cook at Bob Tully Field on the campus of Roncalli High School. A cool, crisp spring evening as the trees and the plants start to bloom and start to have that just nice feel on the campus here on the south side of Indianapolis. Royals hoping for a blooming offense in half number 2. Saw goals scored by Allie Sissel, 3 of them to her name, and Anna Rosario getting 1 goal there as well, but the Columbus North Bulldogs led in part by Liberty Jones, and Avery Stoltz lead at 9-4. Adjustment you'd like to see on the Roncalli side of the ledger, Mark, in half number 2.
The offense having the ball more often, catching some more of those drops, but with the sun in Columbus North's eyes, I'm wondering if this is going to be the advantage that we need.
Well, at this point for Roncalli and just the aggression displayed at times by Columbus North from their offense, you'll take any type of advantage you can get.
Absolutely.
But so far, one in the sun, one drop, by the Bulldogs.
And Bozeman picked that up pretty quick.
With ease. Cross tosses to Jones. Navigating around Piercing. Shot is scored.
Okay.
By Jones, able to navigate through in basically a one-on-one stick-to-stick battle.
Setting right
with Marsh.
With her standing at the top of the crease, it's and nobody coming in to help Marsh on that.
Basically on an island at that point.
Yep.
Makes it 10-4 and gives Jones 5 on the night, unofficially.
What a great job by Liberty Jones.
Senior having herself an evening here at Bob Tully Field. Draw number 2 of this half, popped in the air. Roncalli seeking it. And it'll go to Columbus North. They'll call that against Roncalli. They were battling for possession. Bozeman. There's Jones. Jones adjusts and then hits the brakes. Good defense there initially by Roncalli. Navigates past Timberlake. And that's going to go against, I believe, Roncalli. So Jones will set up.
That's a check to hold.
Jones. Shot is in. Jones lighting up the scoreboard for the Bulldogs. Goal number 6 unofficially for tonight. That'll make it 11-4 in favor of Columbus North.
Well, that sun theory wasn't working out.
If anything, Jones is solar powered at this point in the second half.
Block the sun out.
Once again up for grabs, and it's a just different recipe reversed. It was Bozeman to Jones for most of that first half. Jones to Bozeman this time. But possession lost, and maybe this is Roncalli's opportunity to get something going. Pass ahead to Sissel. Allie lost it, then scooped it right back up on the fly. Navigating through traffic, fakes a couple passes. Shot is in there.
How did she do that? How did she do that?
My word.
Drove it from midfield all the way into the top of the crease, facing 3 defenders.
And the angle for that shot to place it off the bounce was sensational.
Awesome.
4 goals for Allie Sissel tonight. Goal number 17 for her on the campaign.
Is she going on to college? Have we heard where she is? She going on to play? That's going to be phenomenal. Whoever gets her, wherever she goes, she's going to be an asset, especially with moves like that.
And look at that. It's still a whole other year of development left for the junior as well.
Yes.
Bulldogs looking to answer. Royals looking to string together a couple of stops here. Very early goings of this second half. Navigating through traffic for a shot was Bozeman.
Oh, I hate that.
And that'll go against Roncalli, I believe.
No, that was against.
Or was it against Columbus North?
Yeah, Bozeman is who the penalty was on.
Ah.
Dangerous follow through. It looks like it might be a minute.
That's why they readjusted the time there.
Yes.
The call on your part, Mark. So 23:08 is the time set up. And Roncalli gets the opportunity they need to try to switch the momentum. They've had a couple of back and forth matches to this point in the season. That pass rolls ahead. Trying to get first to it was Piercing. And it will, I believe, stay with Roncalli. Let's wait for clarification.
Yep.
It will indeed. It'll be Olivia Bodrick, the freshman, with it, near side. Steps ahead and pass to the left side to Benson. She couldn't gather it. Body's on the turf. And it'll go to Columbus North. Up ahead with the pass. Bounced into the basket there of Stoltz. Trying to find an angle. Just doing anything to slow her down there is Sissel. Stoltz bounces outside. Now Cross with it. Behind the net. Looking for an angle. She can't find one. When in doubt, give to Liberty Jones.
That is.
Jones puts her head down. Shot is good. Oh, my goodness. 7 goals for Liberty Jones. When it's your night, it's your night.
It's
12-5 Bulldogs.
She came around to the top of the crease in the box and just let it go.
Instant offense. Instant offense for Columbus North. Patting their lead to 7 goals with 21 minutes and 50 seconds to play here in this ball game. If you're on Roncalli at this point, Mark, basically imperative to, you don't want to say this as a coach, but at this point, throw out where the score is. Just try to string together a couple.
Yes.
Then maybe take a glance back up at the scoreboard. But for now,
keep it. You got to keep it on your offensive side. You got to win the drops like that.
It's an opportunity, and it is won successfully by Bodrick. Olivia, pass ahead, just mistimed and turned over. Bulldogs doing their own miscommunication on that pass. Butterworth with it. Continues to push ahead. Through defenders, pass to Jones, all alone. But good close there late defensively by Roncalli. Otherwise would have been
another
ace goal for Liberty. Stolen away by Roncalli. Pass up ahead. Ready for it is Benson, but it got behind her. Misplayed by London Orm. She's able to scoop it up. Fronting there is Benson. Give is to Bozeman. Just so gifted in space. Looking for Jones. You could see that eye contact made right there.
It was, too.
That's whacked away by Roncalli. Gorski with it. Alex hits the brakes. Circles back. Tosses to Piercing. She couldn't scoop it. And it's won by Putney. Putney gives back over to Bozeman. At this point, both the broadcaster and the defender is thinking, where's Liberty Jones? That's where my eyes went, and I'm sure that's where a lot of defenders went for Roncalli.
Roncalli scooped it up.
Scooped up and pushing ahead.
Allie.
Sissel with it. Looking for goal number 5. She stopped and spins. Trying to find a passing angle and does. Pearson couldn't scoop it. Back to Sissel. She throws it behind the net.
Outside.
Oh, my.
But recovers.
Yep, first to it. Didn't even have to let it go out. Passes right in front of the net to Pearson. Fought for and scooped up by the Royals. Looking for an angle. Pearson is deep cleated nearly.
Almost.
And correction, that was Gutierrez initially, but Pearson was the one that was trying to find a attacking angle. It will be Micaiah Pearson, the freshman, for Roncalli.
And she was driving in to get that shot. She's like, I will not be denied.
A Royal on a mission.
That she was.
Trying to cut this to a 6-goal deficit. Takes a bouncing shot, but it goes over the net and is taken on the backside there by Caitlin Netzer. Netzer throws it ahead. Just a clean catch by Bozeman. And correction, I think that might be Jones.
I think you're right.
Nope, it's Kelly. Casey Kelly, another name, has been involved. And that'll go, I believe, against Roncalli. So Kelly from the far side with 18.5 to go.
Another improper check.
Marsh awaits it. Kelly steps up and scores. 13-5. Casey Kelly joins the scoring for the Bulldogs with 18-17 to play in this ballgame.
Sometimes that's such a tough shot to defend.
Kind of going to her dominant hand at that point.
Yep.
Heading that way, cross body. Very tough if you don't get the initial read perfect. Tough ass there for Marsh. Drop opportunity.
Ooh.
We'll go to Columbus North, says the near side official.
White inside the ring.
Jones, nice spin move there. Liberty grazing through, but good defense on the far side there. I believe it was Alex Gorski cutting off her path. Maybe a little too well there, though, says the official. So Jones will have it. Far side. Gives to Kelly. Stutter step. Up ahead, Stoltz, shot over the net, and the chase is on. I believe it's going to go to the Bulldogs. 17:35 to play in this ball game, a 13-5 advantage for Columbus North. Alongside Mark Allstat, I'm Jimmy Cook. Looking for action around the back of the net. Jones will scoop it up. Liberty looking for more movement, it looks like. Had a cutting opportunity there. Instead, we'll toss it far side. Kelly operates with it. Looking for an angle. Royals good defense there.
Keeping them outside of that.
Ellis bobbled it and then had to scoop it up. And gives there over to Kelly. Kelly through traffic, spinning, running out of real estate. So the Royals able to cut that off.
Closed it down real quick. That's good.
There's Jones. Almost pirouetting around defenders, but Marsh with the save. Marsh throws it ahead, partially deflected, and it's in the basket. A Sissel, no, she misplayed it, and it's kicked ahead. Missed opportunity there for the Royals. Bozeman looks for Casey Kelly, who scoops that up. Fakes a handoff to Bozeman. Now around a screen. I believe that one will go against Roncalli.
The Bulldogs have been able to penetrate this defense.
Pretty much it will.
Yes.
Kelly looks full speed ahead and gets it behind Marsh. 14-5 Bulldogs.
And just before that penalty, you saw Kelly come running around the top of the crease there, and she didn't shoot, but it was a perfect opportunity. I don't know if she saw that Marsh was in the way, but she pulled it back.
And as much as you hate to say it on Roncalli's side of the ledger, for the Bulldogs, whether it was a shot that maybe in a tighter game, the issue might have been forced more for Kelly, had the luxury there to be able to hit the brakes, say, you know what, I'm not going to settle for that. I'm going to try to bring it back out.
Absolutely could have been that. Again, in the circle before.
And it'll go to the Bulldogs.
Oh.
Second time in a handful of drops that Royals have committed that. Bozeman has to readjust. Gives to Stoltz. Avery on the backside of this Roncalli net. Just taking a stroll. Trying to navigate around traffic. Good defense there by Roncalli. Pass is, I thought it was high. It's right to Jones, but her shot is off the mark. It'll bounce off the
just
far
a
side of the
bit
fence.
outside,
Indeed.
Johnny.
I usually reserve that for my trips to either diamond, but you are correct. It was just a bit outside.
that gets used quite a bit up here.
I believe that.
And it's when you see these shots, like.
That goes right under the legs of Marsh. Was it Jones again? I believe it was.
Yes.
8 for Liberty Jones.
What a force to reckon with.
It's Jones 8, Roncalli 5 at this juncture.
You hate to hear that.
Mm-hmm. You do. You really, really do. And 15-5, your total score. Advantage Bulldogs. There's the drop high into the air. Going to be a foot race for it. Good effort and fight there by Piercing. And able to take it for Roncalli. Lowers the shoulder. Full head of steam. Spinning. Turning. Kept it. Shot is high.
But gets the penalty.
Yep, made some contact made there by the Bulldogs. And Piercing an opportunity to.
And she's a freshman, correct?
Indeed. 3 goals for the freshman. Trying to make it 4 here. And give Roncalli goal number 6 on the evening.
If she keeps that determination up, she's going to be also another force to be reckoned with.
Tried to bounce it in there, but a bit too high. And this possession was nearly won by Roncalli. Trying to gather it, and it'll be taken by Columbus North as the official blows that whistle. Well, you mentioned it. It just speaks to the program that Maggie Casper is helping build here on the girls' side. You mentioned the ceiling potential there for Allie Sissel, the junior, but also the freshmen that have shown great strides over this young season.
Yes,
some promising pieces around the program. Passed across. Lost it initially. Fighting for it there is Piercing. Able to get it for Roncalli. Correction, make that Hannah Morgan, I beg your pardon. To Marsh. Marsh, full head of steam. In trouble, run out of options, and she'll fling it ahead to Sissel, but it's stolen by Bozeman. Marsh back in position. She awaits. Bozeman hesitates. Gives over there on that far side to Cross. Cross in trouble. Looking for Bozeman. Able to get it to her. And for those concerned, as I was, because I was looking and scanning the field, Liberty Jones looks her night is done. She's on the sideline now. So 8 was enough.
Yes, and it's just keeping her out of injury.
Yes.
I mean, even though It's not as bad as the boys. You still don't want to see. You can.
There's a shot anyway on goal and scored by Casey Kelly. Well, yeah, I mean, to your point, it's the philosophy in any sport. You're up big, what you want to do, but on top of that, gives valuable experience. Some other pieces on this Columbus North roster.
Keep everybody fresh. Keep them going, and
well, I don't know anything is what we've learned because Liberty Jones is back out there. Just quick sub made. So she was off, but now she's back on.
I thought she was too.
So forget all that. Throw everything we just wanted to wax poetic about health and stamina.
So, what can you say?
My eyes did not deceive me.
No, they did not.
I mean,
she was sitting there. I was like, okay, well, that's no helmets, but
the goggles were off.
Yeah.
We're done for the evening, and no, we're not.
Psych.
You watch this. They're going to give it up ahead to her. There's Jones through traffic. Jones scores. Liberty Jones. 8 was not enough. 9 for the senior.
Nope. Okay. I thought, are they bringing her off again? I don't know. Is there a record?
Well, I was going to say,
like
we don't have access to the Columbus North archive, so perhaps there is an in-game record for most goals.
That could be, and that would be one of the reasons I would see that.
There are a lot of things I'll try to speculate on. I couldn't possibly even take a gander at what that mark would be.
But with 10 minutes left, I could see that. And she's doing the drops.
Yep. It's won again by the Bulldogs. Plenty to work at, particularly in that department for Roncalli when you're looking back on the film of this game.
Yep.
Is how these possessions started.
And you've got to win those drops.
Kelly loses it. Falls to Timberlake. Looking for an opportunity to pass it ahead for Roncalli.
Oh.
Ball is on the turf and scooped and won with ease by Sissel. Just kind of popped it up to herself. Running in space. Fakes a pass. Looking for the outside. Sissel scores it.
Well done, Allie. Runs it right down to the top side, right side of the crease, and pops it in.
Well, not quite the 9-goal outing that Liberty Jones is having, but still a 5 spot.
Yes.
For Allie Sissel. Goal number 18 for her on the season. Leads the team. Roncalli has goal number 6 on the night. They still trail, though, by 11 with 9:05 to play in this ballgame. Royals looking for a win here on this drop. Popped up. Taken by the Bulldogs.
She knows right where her teammates are.
And the field awareness by said teammates to know exactly where to be.
Exactly.
Morales with it. With about 8:20 to go in this match. Netzer. On the backside with it is Morales. Well, if we're speculating in terms of if there would be a record at stake for the Bulldogs, they're not exactly giving Jones the Kobe Bryant treatment here in terms of just force-feeding her.
That's true.
I guess she does have it now on the outside, but it hasn't just been drawing up plays for her. There's a nice pass by Jones and attempted to be scooped in. A little scoop and score action by Netzer, but she pushed it wide. He'll stay on this end, though.
And Marsh was right there watching it.
There's been a number, obviously, that have gone by her tonight, but you tip the cap to Jones at some point. Marsh is still having an excellent campaign.
Yes.
And even now, not giving up an inch as that finds the back of the net, though, on that far side.
Snuck it in right there on the right side.
Wasn't able to see from my vantage point. I had to pull him away. I wasn't sure if it was Jones again or if it was on that left side.
Was it Jones? I thought it was Jones. I think it was.
It might as well.
Maybe.
Well, there's no looks up by any of the parents
Right. Well, now Jones is off again.
Yeah, well, that would be goal number 10. So maybe at that point, maybe we're going for just an individual mark. Maybe double figures is the sweet spot. That's the latest 12.
and you see the difference.
Morales. Another drop one by the Bulldogs, but she lost control of it. The Royals look to push ahead with 6.5 to go. That pass attempt up ahead by Rollers fell behind her. Bulldogs looking to readjust. Flip pass in there to Vreeland. It's on the turf. Who's first to it? Roncalli trying to scoop it up. Fighting for it is Gorski. The Bulldogs take it away. Columbus North in front by 12. They've never trailed. We're tied once at 1-1. Royals got as close as 5-3. They've been outscored 13-3 ever since. Breland through some traffic. Lost it,
and
scooped by Roncalli. They'll get the whistle anyway and then throw it ahead. There's Timberlake. Had to go low for it. Timberlake looking ahead. Hesitates. Trying to go to the outside.
Allison Vinall.
Just trying to scoop it in there for the score. Unable to do so. Well defended across the board there by the freshman, Dana Butterworth, in goal. I'll go to Roncalli. We approach 5 minutes left in this match. The Royals, when this is all said and done, still looking for back-to-back victories for the first time this season. Piercing lost it, but I think they'll call it against Columbus North on the penalty, so it'll give Piercing an opportunity.
That's that check to block.
Mm-hmm. Piercing matches up on Butterworth. Piercing shoots, and it's blocked away by Butterworth. Royals have a number of bodies there trying to get to it. Sticks up in the air. Roncalli with it, and a shot just swatted away by Butterworth. Royals on the chase. Flipped up and out. Indecision there by the official, but we'll say in the end that belongs to the Bulldogs. Shit, both teams the fake there.
Yes. It happens. I do not fault the officials.
Oh, no.
They do such a wonderful job in...
Scooped up here by Roncalli. Piercing puts on the Jets, lost it. Able to scoop it back, and it'll go against the Bulldogs. So another opportunity here for Piercing. Just outside 3.5 to play. Piercing looking for the 7th goal for Roncalli in this match. She looks, she shoots, and she scores. Micah Piercing, goal number 4 on the season for the freshman. And the Royals have their 7th goal of the night. Bulldogs still lead, though, 18-7 with 3:08 to play in this match. Well, either way, you celebrate that in general for the freshman.
Absolutely. She had a great shot.
Very easy for underclassmen with where the score is at to lose sight of the ability to grow and take advantage of the reps that are there. Obviously not just reps for Pearson. She's a starter, but even more so.
Exactly.
Find her angle, not give up. Get one in the net.
Roncalli wins the drop.
Sissel up ahead. Good pass, but just unable to be taken cleanly. Now up ahead to Vreeland. Bulldogs with it. They lose it. Gavin left and right are both teams trying to scoop it up. Sissel was there. She couldn't get it. Now here's Roland with 2:15 to go. Roland turning and adjusting. The call against Roncalli, I believe.
And Rosario.
Had to stick a bit too close upstairs.
Yes.
Readjustment, a nice fake by Netzer. It's saved partially there by Marsh. And up ahead comes Roncalli on the deflection. Camden Timberlake. Beautiful catch and pass there. Gutierrez lost it. The Bulldogs have it. 90 seconds to play. Long pass ahead. Swatted at.
Swatted down.
And scooped off the swat by Hannah Morgan. Beautiful pass ahead. Benson trying to find an angle. Benson adjusts. Swatted by Butterworth. But, man, good take in general there by Benson. Had the defenders fooled, but Butterworth was too much. Rosario through traffic. Trying to force the issue. Cut off. Pass to Gutierrez was low and deflected. Inside of a minute now. Rosario with space. And it's blocked away. Chase is on for that, but it'll be scooped. Taken by Morales. Sissel not giving an inch. And give credit, particularly on the defensive end to Roncalli, because there's never been an ounce of quit or give up.
No.
Despite where this score has been.
You see them, especially in this last 90 seconds, you had seen like this. Oh, and she just lost it.
Just almost a great opportunity there for Piercing, but just could not get the angle to scoop it up.
Never give up, never surrender.
Mm-hmm. Model for Roncalli tonight. Not packed it in, regardless of the margin. Bulldogs looking to add to it late.
Tripping.
And it'll reach triple zeros and end this match.
What a great effort from your Lady Royals.
Margin not the one they wanted, but the effort was there from top to bottom.
Absolutely.
They fall 18-7 to the Columbus North Bulldogs. Look, you tip your cap when you have a 10-goal outing by Liberty Jones, but not to,
right.
Obviously outdone a little bit, but Allie Sissel, 5 goals on her end for the Roncalli side. Where she goes and how the defense is able to meet her halfway has been their recipe for success at times this season. Plenty to look at, plenty to measure themselves against for Roncalli.
And they'll have a lot to look at to see where they can do the improvements, especially on that defensive end. Columbus North being a good program and one that they could have won had the girls been 100%. They were giving a great effort, and we hope to see it come out better next time.
Well, in terms of our Roncalli Media Network broadcast, we'll still have one more girls lacrosse regular season match for you. That'll be about a month from now when the girls host Warren Central. In terms of our lacrosse action across the board, between now and then, we'll have a boys broadcast on the Roncalli Media Network on May 3rd. And then coming up next week, and this is our last broadcast between now and then, it is a wall-to-wall monster on the Roncalli Media Network next week. Monday through Friday, a broadcast every night. It starts with softball against Center Grove. We'll have baseball action against Covenant Christian, boys volleyball against Cathedral, boys baseball against Cathedral, and then closing things out with the biggest match of the year, the Mayor's Cup on the line for boys lacrosse as they host Southport. You're not going to want to miss any of that action here on the Roncalli Media Network. As always, you can follow at RHS_athletics for all information on broadcast times and more, or go to RoncalliMediaNetwork.com for that information. Mark, hope to have you along for another one of these rides potentially.
Absolutely.
But if not, it's been a blast.
Absolutely. My pleasure, young man. The girls softball against Center Grove, that's going to be...
Every Roncalli Media Network broadcast is must-see, but that one especially so.
That's going to be a crusher of a game. I'm going to tune in for that. I haven't seen any of the softball this year, but that one I know I want to tune in. That's going to be a great game.
That was our last broadcast on the Roncalli Media Network, a softball pitchers duel. Keegan Rothrock leading the way for Roncalli, as per usual, has been the tradition since she stepped foot on this campus, but they get a win 3-0 against Tri-West. Last time we saw them hoping for another victory, but another high-powered affair for that Center Grove broadcast as well. But again, all that action and a monster on the Roncalli Media Network gets started next week. It'll be a matchup Monday night against Center Grove. Likely the coach Pat Crosley be along for the ride for that one. The executive directors of the Roncalli Media Network are Therese Carson and Aaron Hummel, video operations director AJ Ablong and his student staff doing a wonderful job with all of our shots throughout the broadcast. Tonight, my broadcast partner this evening, the talented Mark Allstat. Appreciate him coming in off the bench. As I mentioned, it was a fun journey throughout. And for our entire staff and crew, I am Jimmy Cook. And our final in this one, the Royals fall to Columbus North. They defeat Roncalli 18-7. And until we talk to you next week from the softball diamonds in a monster week for the Roncalli Media Network, this is Jimmy Cook saying, so long, everybody.